What diet should you eat to reduce belly fat? That is a super common question, and I love talking about this. So, if you're trying to get leaner, build that lean six-pack, show off that midsection during your summertime or at any time of the year, here's a couple of key tips that you can use right away that can help you start seeing some really nice results in your midsection in less time than you might actually realize it takes. Number one, most people that I have met and worked with that have a pot belly or that have way too much excess midsection fat, a lot of the times when we look at their lifestyle, they have a tendency to eat right before bed, and very consistently too. Now that could be anything from chips to chocolates to a full-size dinner. Whatever the case is, if you're eating in the evening, you want to try your best to give yourself a 2-hour window at minimum, where the last bite of food that you took is 2 hours prior to going to bed. Well, why is that? The reason is because your body, it needs time to digest that food, to have it pass through your stomach, and to get rid of that food in your stomach. So when you go to sleep at night, it's already done, it's digested, it's not sitting there waiting to be digested when you wake up. Because the alternative to that is if you consistently eat before bed, then even if you work out and you eat the right food and you're having a lot of water and you're training regularly, that food is going to sit there in your stomach wall, which in conclusion causes the image of actually being fat, when in many cases, yeah, there's some fat in that stomach, but usually more times than less, there's also a lot of undigested food that's just sitting in the stomach that is waiting to be digested, that causes all sorts of problems. It's kind of like clogging your sink when you turn on the tap and all of a sudden the water doesn't go down and it just starts to fill up. And if you didn't have that external, that other part of the sink, that it would probably overflow. Your stomach works the same way. So in conclusion, give yourself that 2-hour window. That's tip number one. Tip number two, stick to foods that generally do not come from a bag or from a box. Stick to foods that generally don't come from a bag or a box. So that's anything from chips to cereals to breads to pastas. Now, when I say this, sometimes people go, oh my gosh, you're saying for the rest of my life, I can't eat this stuff, Allan? I love this stuff. No, you can eat it whenever you want. However, when you've made that decision that there's going to be this block period of time that you're going to create the goal of getting your 2-pack, 4-pack, lean midsection, 8-pack, 12-pack, whatever it is that you want in your midsection, you have to be disciplined during that time to avoid the foods that help accumulate body fat. See, some foods will help you burn more fat. Some foods will help you earn more fat. You don't want to earn it, you want to burn it. You want to get rid of it, right? So the foods that help get rid of body fat is predominantly different kinds of proteins, that's either animal or plant, and a whole bunch of greens, lettuce, spinach. Because of the enzymes that carries, it helps break down the foods that's in your stomach to help pass it through faster. Not to mention, lastly, you want good fats, omega-3 and 6, omega-9. You can Google for yourself how much of that you want to take. But the good fats especially is super vital and important, because the bad fats in your body will only stay there until you either work out really hard, so it starts to come out of your pores in the form of sweat, or you're able to excrete it. Now, when I say excrete it, I mean it comes to one end, you eat in one end, it goes out the other. That happens faster when you have good fats in your body, because good fats will enter your stomach, it'll bind with the bad fats, and it'll help pass the bad fats out of your system quicker. So in conclusion, what do you want to eat? You want to eat predominantly different forms of protein, whether it's plant or animal. You want to have a load of greens. So that could be spinach, lettuce, celery. One of my personal favorites is wheatgrass shots, and we can talk about that in another video. And you want to avoid mostly bagged or boxed foods like chips, like breads. And as well, lastly, have a lot of good fats. And you can either take that in supplement form, Or you can have that from eating other things like avocados. Avocados are great and good fats. Not to mention they really help fill us up so we don't get so hungry so quickly, and they provide a lot of energy because there's a lot of good carbs that's in those avocados as well. So go ahead, mix up those things. Use Google as a way to mix up how you want to prepare your meals. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up here on this channel and let me know what your challenges are when it comes to picking the foods that you want. I'll do my very best to help you out and give you any free advice that I can. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click that like button, and leave us a comment. Not to mention, if there's any questions that you've got, go ahead and DM me and shoot me that question. I'll be happy to create another video here that answers your question as soon as I can. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.